Olga is the head of global marketing at SEMrush. Together with her team, she has built one of the strongest international communities in the online marketing industry. In 2016, Olga mainly focused on tapping into new markets and your YoY average revenue growth from top 10 new markets was below 90%. Having years of experience in conversation marketing and very passionate connecting people and of establishing close connections with them. Thank you. Miss Olga, this is your time. You can start your presentation.
Okay, guys, apologies for late. Yes. Okay, so I will be talking about ways to improve customer retention, and we'll be sharing a couple of cases that we did in SEMrush, and we actually use gamification in those cases, which is actually one of the great ways to engage your audience. What you discovered today is then how to improve engagement of your existing audience by providing extra value, and how to use holidays to engage audience, and then to encourage them to have some fun. And then we talk about daily activities that actually move you from one campaign to the other. So the first campaign I wanted to talk about is the Get Free ebook campaign. What we do at SEMrush, we don't really offer any discounts. That's the policy of the company, but then still customers would want to have something extra or some additional value. So we went with the campaign that included the book as a gift. And actually, first of all, we thought of this campaign as a campaign that would encourage our existing pro users to move to higher level plans. And then we did a landing page, we promoted that over social media, and then we just pushed that to our pro plan subscribers. And then the mistake that we did is that we didn't think of the current subscribers that were already on the Guru plan. So we got a message from our loyal customer that was already using our product and the Guru plan, and then he was just curious whether he could have the book already because he pays for the plan. Then we just understood that we have absolutely nothing. We haven't considered that audience at all. And then we were on the phone with my colleague, and then we kind of was thinking, how do we actually solve it? And then we thought, from this, it's just like the importance of this was crucial, that we were devastated that we didn't really realize that there are two audiences, and then we always have to take care of the audience that was already paying us. And it's just when you launch the campaign, it's like 20% off if you have on your business, then it actually might hurt you more than it would do you good, because that you're attracting new audience, but then maybe your current audience are already on a plan, or they're paying you full price, and they just likely to cancel the subscription, or just stop using your service because they feel that they're not taken care of. So all of the campaigns that I like to do in my life and in my job, they should have all these three elements. They should be easy to join, and then rules should be super easy. They should be always interesting and compelling to join, and they should be fun. So all these three components, and if you make it easy, interesting, and fun, then it's guaranteed that the audience will join. And then, so we thought that games actually, it consolidates all three, because it's easy, it's interesting, it's engaging, and obviously it's fun to play together. So how we structured the campaign of gamification, geared towards our existing clients with that book. We had the book, we planned gamification, and then we laser targeted our email campaign. and then pick the audience of like 4,000 people only, and then we combine that all together. And then the goals of the campaign and the goals of this email newsletter was actually to increase awareness of the tools that people were not yet using, and also, well, by increasing the number of tools, increase retention of the clients, and then just their engagement. So we sent the email blast to existing users, encouraging them, well, to set up the tools that they were already paying for. And then once they set up all those 5 tools, then they will get the book. So they didn't have to pay anything extra. Everything was already in their plan, and then what they have to do only to get the extra value, which was the book, is just to go and then set it up, and then they saw this nice safe with the animation where when you set up 5 tools, then there was an additional email that was with the book. So those were the 5 tools they had to set up in the SEMrush interface. And sadly, majority of our users, they just did by that time. They didn't know about all of the updates that we released. So it was really cool. Once they set up all 5 tools, then they got another email with this animation and the save, and then they got with the link to PDF. The results were actually just incredible. I've never seen until that moment such open rates for the campaign users. So if we sent that to say 4K people, and then 2K opened it, and actually 1/3 almost set up all 5 tools. So this is the completion was over 30%, and this is insane for any campaign. Actually, the results just the results were just insane, and we were super happy. And it was actually additional campaign more than it was anything else. So we were not initially even planning this, but this was really, really successful. And then actually what I really feel, we will be repeating that campaign again with a different book. And I'd say that if you choose any kind of incentive, there could be not a book, but what I feel with the book, people in general, they have a certain attitude to books. Books are precious. And then this is a great example of the extra value that your company can bring. Obviously, only if that actually helps your product as well. So we had an SEO help book, which helps the SEO tool that we have. If you choose the same book, but you're selling perfume, then it won't really make sense. So make sure that the extra value product that you offer as an incentive is aligned with your core product. The second campaign that we did, and that was actually by the cost, it wasn't the advertising cost, it was almost nothing, but we did get some developers engaged. So I'd say that the whole development was somehow involved, and then our marketing team. So the campaign was 100% internal. We used Easter as a moment to run the campaign, and then we tried to incorporate gamification inside the software. So we again wanted to increase awareness about tools in SEMrush. We wanted to see if the holiday thing worked for us, and then also we wanted to know more about our customers, because it's really difficult to understand who people are. We have loads of clients, and then the patterns of usage are totally different. So what we did, we created this nice 15 Easter eggs, and they were animated. And then they were just scattered throughout the tool, and they were put on 15 tools. ignore the announcements and report. So they were kind of incorporated in the tools, and then you have to complete certain actions for that to to actually find crack the egg and find the animals. So that's how it. There's a small gift. So there was a landing page. They clicked on find the first Easter egg, and then it took you to the tool, and then you see that there is an egg. And then once you click on it, then there was animal actually leading to you to another egg, and then it was just all 15 that with hints where to go next. So it was the intent. Well, the action was like click the search button on a keyword magic tool. What we had our marketing team monitoring Twitter 24/7, because once people just discovered the egg, if you see the screenshot here, then it just told you, well, congratulations, you found the Easter egg. Go to another tool where the egg is hidden, and also tweet me. And then we had loads of people tweeting because it was just such a funny, cute thing. And that's how we started seeing our loyal, regular clients that were participating in the hunt for those eggs. What we did as a management campaign. So as I said, the team was there 24/7, and then we were posting images with the Easter eggs. We were posting gifts, how to find them. We were retweeting constantly, as you see here. I would hit retweet with a comment, and then just tweet Reva has found egg. He's joining a similar site hunt, and then why don't you join too? So there was we monitored the hashtag. We were announcing that throughout our different channels, and then what's important, we actually collected all participants in a separate Twitter list. That's for templates that if you need more of really concrete ideas on how to handle that campaign. So that's options for the quote retweets. As I said, Reva unlocked one of our Easter eggs, have you joined, and then the link to the landing page. That's what we used as announcements. And then actually we also really replied to everyone who shared the information that they have joined the Easter egg hunt. That's how we managed that. So that's what we were tweeting, and then it's my colleague Julia replying to everyone who joined. The results? Almost 10,000 users participated in the campaign within 2 weeks, and then we saw 1,500 actions in SEMrush plus to what we see regularly. And then 97% of actions, they were from existing users, what we wanted to. So we did get some sales. I think it was 70 or probably now it's up to 100, I'd say. It's up to 100 new sales that we did, but that was never a case. That was never a goal to achieve that. And then we actually wanted to kind of engage our existing audience, and that actually brought us a lot more than 100 sales worth. And then SEMrush Easter egg hunt had a coverage of 8 million people. And how do you know that we achieved the results? Because again, we discovered those numbers just tell everything that we actually achieved the core goal. But also, we now have the list of over 1,000 people who are our current loyal users. They might be free users, they might be paid users, but they're constantly in the tool, and then within those 2 weeks, they were constantly engaging with us. And also, this is a great example of feedback that our user that was paying us for 2 years, Guru account, so he had access to almost everything that he didn't know about the tools that we were releasing. And then within 2 weeks, as he said, he discovered more than he has discovered in the past 2 years. There were some tools that received significant increase in users. There were some that didn't. It just depended also on about some teams. They decided to hide that really, really in a difficult way, and then some had really obvious places where those eggs were hidden. So I think that really depended on the complexity, but those were the tools that obviously were important ones that really got us a lot of new engagement within the old audience. Some lessons that we learned: so less complicated tasks. As I said, it should be easy. The harder or the more difficult it gets, the less people join. So that's like make it not really super simple, but make it easy. And then we should actually have the dashboard, like where people knew what they found and what was left to see that was not in the campaign. Then again, easier navigation, and then also we probably should have, what we haven't done is that we should have involved the people or the users that unsubscribed from the tool, and then they were the audience or potential audience that we could have brought back using that campaign specifically, because they knew the tools and they would be just the gamification would draw them. Some suggestions or recommendations about what you should do, because social media is again it's about retention, and social media is where you actually can engage them in an informal way. So what we do in SEMrush on a daily basis, we try to take care of every customer that that talks to us on social media, and actually to anyone. So we, whenever they reach us, then we just try to do one thing that machines will never be able to do, and that's actually care. So we do care. I care about everyone who took their time to talk to us, to tweet us, to send us a message. And then, I'm the person who actually sends a thank you message to everyone who congratulates me on my birthday, even wishes to everyone on Facebook, just because I feel that in this busy world, if someone spends at least a second of their time thinking about you and then sending you a message, then it's really worth your while to go and then to care about them and then to make them, to engage them more. And the easiest thing you can do, already starting from today or tomorrow, is when you just say thank you, or you just reply to any message. You use person's name, and then is it thank you or thank you, Olga? Is it two totally different messages to me? So the most important word in the world for me that I would react instantly, that's my name, and then it's just I think it's just really it's lost not to use it. One part of social media, and then engaging users and taking care of people who are upset. And then there's one beautiful thing about unhappy clients, or unhappy people, or unhappy prospects. Then when I'm in a neutral position and then something upsets me, my emotion goes to negative. But if the problem is solved, if I feel that I'm taken care of, then I don't go back to neutral. I go back to happy. And that is just this is a psychology thing, like it works for everyone. And so actually unhappy people, if you fix their issue, if you just genuinely care, and even if you can't fix the issue, like yourself, and just if you explain why you can't, then they can become your biggest investor. We use Sprout Social for that. All the teams, they have their own logins, and then we assign tasks, as you see here. So we have a colleague who assign tasks throughout the teams, and then customer support also have their own logins, and then they operate within the system. So we it's good that if you have a good quality product, I think it's essential for that for business to have the strength and then to push your message through and then ensure that customers are happy with what they buy. But it takes a lot more to have the loyalty. It takes your time, your care, your integrity to retain them and then to make them your advocates. So make sure that your campaigns are easy, interesting, and fun. Take care of your clients. And thank you.
Thank you so much. I